Huawei Nova Plus. It's a big phone, it looks nice, and it's quite affordable. So Huawei Nova are another range of Huawei phones, and they released two models this year, the normal one and the Plus one, which is the one I am holding in my hand right now. Let's see how it holds up. It has this really nice professional design. It's a full metal body. It has a fingerprint sensor that works great, like with all Huawei phones. And it also fits nicely in the hand, even though this is a 5.5-inch display, which I don't say very often, as you know. I'm not really a fan of huge phones, but this one sits in your hands really nicely. But it is slippery. It's very slippery, so I would really suggest a case on it. So if you compare the size of the two phones, you can see it's almost twice the size of my iPhone 7. And yes, I do have some problems reaching all the corners of the phone with my not so huge hand. So the top part of the phone is a bit off limits for me when I'm using this phone with only one hand. As far as the design goes, as I said, it has a full metal body, it has a headphone jack, and it's charged via the USB Type-C port. On the back side you can find a very fast fingerprint sensor, a single camera. The screen is really nice and bright and deep. I did see that it has a bit of a bluish tint to it, and I don't know what is it about this screen, but it feels like it has depth. I don't know if I could capture that on camera, but it really feels like there's a bit more depth to every picture that you look at. So in that regard, I really like the screen. So if you go to the insides of the phone, it's not really your fastest phone, you can't really use it for 3D gaming. But on the other hand, I experienced 0 crashes and no app lags. Snapchat was working amazing. There was always an event or two when I tested Huawei phones that something would crash and something would fail me. And with this phone, this never happened. So I was quite pleasantly surprised. I have found that the camera is pretty average. It doesn't give me any mind-blowing results or something super wow. It's just there. It's average, it makes good photos, it's nothing special. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get... Also, the front camera makes solid photos. It is a bit grainy, but still, for a selfie that you can put a couple of filters on it, it's pretty okay. I want to say that the Huawei stabilization is not remotely as good as the iPhones, but actually it might just be. And according to the backlight we have going on here, you can see if you can actually see me or not. So yeah. And in that regard, yeah, it's just okay. When it comes to battery life, this phone really knocked me off of my feet. I was finishing the day usually with 60 or 70% left, and on some days I was feeling really bold and didn't charge it overnight and used it for the next day with the battery that was left. But then it died on me at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So yeah, not really wise idea when it comes to really needing your phone 24/7. But it was still, if you're a heavy user, this has great battery life. It's gonna hold you a whole day no matter what you do. So who would I suggest this phone to? Especially for somebody who needs a big screen, who needs a large screen, maybe if you're reading a lot of websites, you watch YouTube videos, or maybe you do something with Excel spreadsheets or Word or this kind of programs, and you need that screen real estate for you to get your work done or the stuff you have to do. I would definitely recommend this for somebody who's looking for a mid-range affordable phone with a huge screen, because that is what this phone is. Don't expect amazing camera, don't expect amazing 3D rendering capabilities, but it's just going to work. For the stuff you need it, it's going to work. So if you have any more questions about the Huawei Nova Plus, please leave them in the comments down below. I am always there for you. I have so much fun in the comments, really. I just post a bunch of emojis. Let me know in the comments what you want to know more about this phone, or maybe what you want to see next on this channel. And I'll see you soon. Bye! you.